In the world of healing from infidelity or addiction, there's not many guarantees. But today, I'm actually going to offer you a guarantee. I can guarantee you that if you as an unfaithful spouse are doing this, your betrayed spouse is going to be continuing to lose respect for you. I can guarantee you that they're losing respect for you now, not because of the infidelity only. Sure, that is a byproduct, and sure, that does happen. But after infidelity comes out, or after the addiction is exposed, if you take this approach in recovery work, your betrayed spouse is going to constantly feel that you are an unsafe person and is going to want to retreat from you, not move towards you. One of the most problematic things that we as unfaithful spouses do is early on, or for some of us, even years down the road when we're just still not healthy, we very frequently will act like children when we experience consequences due to our choices. It was really problematic when early on I had this approach that was like this downtrodden teenager that had his or her phone taken away. And it was kind of like this little mini temper tantrum anytime I came into contact with consequences, or if Samantha had a bad day, or if Samantha kind of was hard on me or tough on me, there was just this sense in me of, oh gosh, and I was angry and I was unhappy, and then I started to fall into self-pity, all because I was encountering consequences due to my choices, and I was having this little pity party, and I was having this sense of anger well up inside of me, and I was manifesting it to everyone around me. When we as unfaithful spouses constantly get defensive or refuse to accept responsibility for what we've done, we continue to lose the respect of the betrayed spouse. I can attest to this mistake because I was an expert at it for the first 3 or 4 months. Right around 6 months, we started to get expert help and things changed. But the problem is, if we constantly get angry or defensive when we encounter difficult times, or when our betrayed spouse shows a lot of emotion or starts to flood or has difficulty in life, if we get defensive, if we get angry, if we push it off, if we have this reaction that would indicate to our betrayed spouse that we're not taking responsibility for our actions, they continually, perpetually lose respect for us. And they look at us in a very demeaning, contemptuous, angry way because we are showing and proving, I might add, that we are unsafe. At about 8 or 9 months, there was this significant moment with Samantha where we were meeting with Rick, and she said, I'm really proud of Samuel for a few things. And I kind of perked up like, whoa, what does that mean? And she said, he's finally taking responsibility for his actions. He's really kind of owning what he's done. He's not laying in self-pity. He's not constantly getting angry at people anymore. He's not blaming other people anymore. He's just kind of taken the heat. He's also taken some of my emotion, and he's not getting defensive and trying to blame shift and project and do all of those things anymore, Rick. Rick looked at me and I was like, whoa. And it was a major turning point. As an unfaithful, we are not a safe person if we constantly blame and constantly say, no, I don't want to go get help, and well, you did this, and if you didn't do these things, then I wouldn't have done what I did. The fact is, we're not safe in that moment. And our betrayed spouse is losing respect for us when one of the most courageous things that we could do, and please hear me, unfaithful, one of the most courageous, admirable things that you can do is to accept what you've done, own what you've done, and embrace the consequences that you are having to deal with. If you will do that, you will gain so much more respect. You will see your betrayed eventually start to lean into the relationship and lean into recovery work rather than running the other way. We as unfaithful kind of want to resort to the but you did this, and but these people, and all of these things. And it eats away at, I believe, the desire of the betrayed to want to re-respect you. See, what happens is the betrayed is crushed, The world has exploded. And then most of them will watch the unfaithful with laser eyes to see how are they going to respond. Are they taking ownership? Are they doing work? Are they pulling back, feeling sorry for themselves, and constantly blaming? And as we unfaithful face the music, as we unfaithful, either man or woman up and embrace what's coming our way and stop trying to constantly defend ourselves or stop trying to constantly defend the 10% where we think we're justified or we're right or the 10% of the blind spot of the betrayed, when we just will own it and accept it, there is a certain level of respect that the betrayed will start to develop for you because you have embraced what you have done. You are no longer running from it. You are showing that you are a safe individual. For many of you unfaithful, I just want to encourage you, man up, woman up. Accept where you're at. Accept that you have done something that is tragic, that has altered the DNA of your relationship. It doesn't mean that it cannot be repaired. It doesn't mean that there cannot be restoration in most cases. But you rejecting the consequences that are coming your way is stealing from you the respect that you so desperately want to regain with your betrayed spouse. Now, I know, I can hear some of you saying, Samuel, they won't let me. We're separated. We're apart. Or they constantly rage at me. Look, I get that. I understand. What I want you to receive today, because I can't answer every single scenario and every single situation, what I can tell you is one of the best things that you can do for your betrayed partner or spouse, and one of the best things that you can do for you, is own what you have done. Embrace the consequences. Face the music. Hold your head up high and own it. When the possibility of restoration is possible, when there is an opportunity to see healing, I promise you, your betrayed will look back and realize there was a time they started to regain respect for you because you stopped blaming and defending and you started to own what happened to you and embrace what happened to you and accept the consequences that you had to wrestle through.